from all that you've seen and heard, who do you think makes the most sense for the Browns as their next head coach? And I know you've also written. Let's dovetail in the article you wrote about what the number one priority should be in said coaching search.
Yeah, I think it's leadership, and Andrew Barry said as much, and I think Jimmy Haslam referenced it too. We get so caught up at this time of year when you're going through a coaching search, and if you've been here longer than Kevin Stefanski, then you had a bunch of coaching searches, right? It had been 6 years, but before that, it was one every other year. It felt like so. It's not all about X and O's. It's not who's the next offensive genius. It's not about okay, what stats did he have in his previous job. Obviously, I include those in every story. We talk about that because that's the stuff you can point to. But it's bigger than that. It's can you stand in front of a room of 90 guys 6 days a week and have them listen to you and have a consistent message and get them to play hard and get them to follow your instructions and follow your game plan. Yes, you have to be smart at X and O's and all those things, but it starts with leadership because if you don't have that, you can be the best play caller X and O guy in the world. It's not going to be sustainable. And I think we've seen that time and time again in this league. So it starts with leadership. When you talk about fits for the job, I keep coming back to Jim Schwartz. I'm not saying he's the perfect fit, but I think it makes a lot of sense. It keeps some continuity, and I feel like the Browns want that, even if maybe the fans don't. And I think the fans are fine with Schwartz, but when you go 8-26 over the last 2 years, it feels like a bigger change is necessary than just your head coach. But maybe they go that way. I think Dan Pitcher is a legitimate candidate, the Bengals coordinator. I think he might fit what they're looking for. Was really good with Joe Burrow. The Browns have to figure out their quarterback situation. So, I would point to those two guys. And then, Mike McDaniel, I'm still trying to figure out if that's a perfect fit or not.
Yeah, I have my questions about McDaniel as well. A lot of people seem to be pointing towards him as a fit.